Hey man, what's up? What was that? I gotta check this out. Hold on. Let me get online. Okay, I'm logging on now. What the heck? Let me try YouTube. Mom, what did you do with the internet? It's not working. Come on, work. Come on.
Last year, some broadband subscribers complained to the Commission that Comcast was blocking and delaying their internet traffic. Our investigations and the findings of several widely respected engineers confirmed their complaints. Comcast was delaying subscribers' downloads and was blocking their uploads. It was doing so 24/7, regardless of the amount of congestion on the network or how small the file might actually be. And even worse, Comcast was hiding that fact by making affected users think that there was a problem with their internet connection or their application. Today, the Commission tells Comcast to stop and to disclose to its subscribers and its customers how it is going to manage traffic on a going forward basis.
The principle that basic internet protocols should be non-discriminatory, especially that content providers should get equal treatment from internet operators. So, what would it be like without net neutrality? Well, as we said before, you might not be able to go to some of your favorite websites. You may have to pay more for music or movie downloads. We would have censored speech and censored content. And you might not be able to use the services that you want because your internet service provider has made a deal with someone else. For example, let's say you want to buy something on eBay and you use PayPal, but your internet service provider has made a deal with a different online payment company. That means you won't be able to use PayPal, or if you want to use PayPal, you're going to have to pay an extra service charge.
According to the OECD, the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, America is no longer ranked #1 in internet technology, but ranked 19th in the world. So how did this happen?
For many years, I represented individuals as well as multinational corporations. For 7 years, I was with CBS as a New York-based executive. No invention ever, not the telephone, the fax machine, citizens band radio, took off quite like the internet. In fact, the world could be wired within a decade. I mean, think about that. It's growing at such a rate that 6 billion people will have access to the internet, probably by the cell phone, within a matter of years. Well, the founder of the World Wide Web, Tim Berners-Lee, has said we're only 5% into a whole revolution. 3 billion people on the planet Earth now live more productively, get information instantly. It has changed people's perception of themselves and the world in which they live. It's given them more power. Information is power. So by giving more people information, we've made them better citizens because they're more informed. Most governments do not like this. This is very upsetting because people now have information. You have to realize that the concept of the nation state, the idea that there be elections and so on, is really only a couple hundred years old. Before that, we had kings and queens and tribal leaders. We still have those. And some people think that we're heading back that direction. Dynasties, and tribal leaders fed by multinational contributions that are stealing the internet away from the people again. What the internet is a tool of democracy. It's a technology that empowers people worldwide. Most people don't know this yet. They just think it's a wonderful little tool. But it is such a marvelous tool because it has freed people. A lot of governments, Pakistan banned the use of the internet during the rough patch. Afghanistan, no internet. Burma, these are all recent episodes of governments who have banned the internet, banned all communications, because communication systems, and the internet in particular, informs people. And if you're going to take over a government or control matters, you don't want an informed public, do you? Well, all of the so-called net neutrality bills have not made it out of the Congress. And there are a lot of reasons for that.
What are the pros and cons of making net neutrality law?
Well, there's only pros right now. Unfortunately, there is not yet a constituency to tell Congress that we need this law. We need to keep the internet open and free. It's crazy today that we're competing on facilities, on infrastructure, when we should just compete on services. The infrastructure needs to be built. And whether it's a government, the federal government, or local governments, or state governments that do it, isn't important. It needs to get done, and it needs to get done immediately, so that we can offer very cheap service to everyone, to every man, woman, and child, to rich and poor alike, to rural and urban. Everybody needs to have broadband internet, and it should be done for pennies. There are many countries in the world that are offering the internet at $5 a month or $10 a month at 13 times faster speeds than they can get it here in this country. We are 19th in the world. For the greatest economy in the world to be 19th, it just doesn't make sense. YouTube, all the other social networking sites are allowing people to create interest groups. They're doing it mostly for entertainment and leisure, but they need to ask themselves some fundamental questions about why they're here, what it means to be human. And just once, every so often, get involved in a political issue, become active citizens. If they don't, then capitalism will run roughshod over them. I mean, capitalism really isn't a person, isn't an ugly head any more than God is a woman. I don't know. I mean, what capitalism is. I don't know the answer to religion either. But I do think that people, as long as they're here, need to get involved and make the world a better place. And that means giving more people a power over their own lives. It means getting involved. If you know that if you had the experience of communicating on the internet, then you need to get involved. It's that simple.
If having net neutrality is your truth, please help Representative Ed Markey pass Bill H.R. 5353, the Internet Freedom Preservation Act.